California just got hit by a big one, 7.2 magnitude earthquake. But the biblical big one, the quake of quakes, is still to come. Billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, they are setting up doomsday bunkers now. Do they know something about the end of the world that we don't? Is the sixth seal of Revelation about to close and the seventh seal about to open? Welcome, dear friends, to TIBP Media. Kindly like and share this important update to all. Thank you, dear patrons and TIBP members. Matthew 24, Signs of the Times. A massive 7.0 magnitude earthquake that struck off the coast of Northern California on Thursday morning is one of the largest the state has seen, measuring as high as some of the top 10 biggest California quake since the earliest recorded tremblor in 1769.
Magnitude 7 earthquake rocking Northern California, sparking a rare tsunami warning and mass evacuations.
A magnitude 7.0 is a major earthquake.
I feel it.
The shaking lasting several seconds.
Dad, there's an earthquake happening. Look at the pool.
Pools overflowing. Products knocked off store shelves. Authorities canceling that tsunami warning about an hour after it was issued. David, this was the biggest earthquake to hit Northern California in more than 3 decades. And now authorities are warning millions that more strong aftershocks could strike.
Are these one of the signs that Jesus prophesied will happen? The book of Revelation speaks of a supernatural earthquake that will completely destroy the world. What magnitude do you think will this earthquake have? We do not really know, but how strong should an earthquake to remove an island from its existence? Every island fled away. The biblical big one awaiting the quakes of quakes. People are convinced that the end of the world is happening, all because that Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook/Meta, just spent $100 million on an underground bunker in Hawaii. With all the extra costs will total to $270 million, with 5,000 square meters, with a blast-resistant door. Social media is speculating that something is about to happen. Why on earth would Mark Zuckerberg spend hundreds of millions of dollars on something he's not going to use very soon? Does the super rich know something that we don't? DailyMail.com. Doomsday bunkers are being bought up in places such as New Zealand and many parts of the world, and billionaires have been quietly building survival bunkers in remote locations. Like PayPal founder Peter Thiel and Silicon Valley Sam Altman said they agreed on a plan to escape doomsday and have an apocalypse-proof property in New Zealand in the event of a calamity. LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman once told the New Yorker he estimates more than half of Silicon Valley billionaires have invested in some type of apocalypse insurance. Underground bunkers. Edition.cnn.com says, Cyberhouse, the post-apocalypse bunker of choice for Tesla fans. Elon Musk plans. Dubbed Cyberhouse, the multi-story structure was devised to withstand disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, or radioactive contamination. The firm behind the proposal, St. Petersburg-based architects Modern House, claims the building could also protect inhabitants from a zombie apocalypse, as the undead would be unable to scale its slop walls and penetrate its airlock doors. National Geographic Channel features doomsday preppers, people that are not millionaires or billionaires, securing themselves for the impending apocalypse. Secular-minded people preparing only for the physical aspect of doomsday. Lot in the Bible should have escaped to the mountains, but he moved right back into Sodom. Exodus 14 verse 10. Physical preparations for doomsday are important, but the truth is, friends, when Jesus returns, this world will be in ashes. It will be one vast cemetery during the 1,000 years. No one will be alive, and the 7-year tribulation is just a hoax. His coming will destroy the earth. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly, and it shall fall and not rise again. We as God's people should not be ignorant, and we must know what is coming, not by predictive programming, but by Bible prophecy programming. The earthquake in Revelation 6:14 is the same as the one in Revelation 16 verse 18. The earthquake in Revelation 6 verse 12 is not the greatest in the history of the world like the one in Revelation 16:18. Only the greatest earthquake in history could remove mountains and islands from their places on a global scale. Let's move on to the next part of the sign. And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. This part is the most obvious because it was plainly foretold by our Savior in the Gospels. 8 writers of the Bible give the signs in the sun, moon, and stars as heralds of the last day. 4 of these, Joel, Amos, Isaiah, and Ezekiel, wrote before the time of Christ. The other are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. This means that on the dark day, no luminary body would be seen. Amos 8 verse 9. The day would be darkened around noon. Ezekiel 32 verse 7 and 8 says that the sun will be covered by a cloud. Here are facts about the dark day. Occurred 25 years after the Lisbon earthquake. As dark as a usual summer evening at 9 a.m. People returned from their work or from school with fearful forebodings that the end of the world had arrived. Darkness covers the area of the entire eastern half of USA. May 19, 1780 stands in history as the dark day. Since the time of Moses, no period of darkness of equal density, extent, and duration has ever been recorded. The description of this event, as given by eyewitnesses, is but an echo of the words of the Lord recorded by the prophet Joel 2,500 years previous to their fulfillment. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. Joel 2 verse 31. The moon turned to blood, May 19, 1780, occurred the very same evening. 9 o'clock that night, the moon rose to the full. It had not the least effect to dispel the death-like shadows. After midnight, the darkness disappeared, and the moon, when first visible, had the appearance of blood. Falling stars, November 13, 1833. Revelation 6 verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. Matthew 24 verse 29. The stars shall fall from heaven. It began between 2 and 4 o'clock in the morning and continued until daybreak. It extended over all Northern America and as far south as Mexico and the island of Jamaica. It seemed as if the whole starry heavens had congregated at one point near the zenith and were simultaneously shooting forth with the velocity of lightning to every part of the horizon. There are also 2 parts to the 6th seal. The fulfilled ones: Lisbon earthquake, November 1, 1755, dark day and moon turned to blood, May 19, 1780, and the falling stars, November 13, 1833. So where are we? We are right between verses 12 and 13 and 14 to 17. Revelation 6 verse 14. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and the kings of the earth hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. Let us now look at the 7th seal. Revelation 8 verse 1. And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. Revelation 19, 11 to 14. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, that he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Revelation 19 explains that Jesus comes to judge and avenge. Jesus comes, executes judgment against the wicked for what they have done to his people. We are now living in the 6th seal and the 7th seal will finally open. Jesus is our refuge and strength. We should not fear the signs, but we should be encouraged because knowing Jesus is near to return to take us to that heavenly mansion. Would you like to be in that heavenly mansion and become a citizen of heaven one day? Kindly type in the comment section, I will be a citizen of heaven. Dear friends, eyes on Christ and eyes on the signs of the times, and proclaim the truth found in Bible prophecy.